7 away from 7. Inflation, extreme weather events and supply issues have put the floral industry under considerable strain. Rising prices are stifling demand, which is being bad news for the flower industry. Flowers After Hours owner Karen Hussey joins me this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's been a tough time. What are the pressure points at the moment?
Yeah, well, there's a number of pressure points. Firstly, we are definitely experiencing really high flower prices. And supply is down. That has been a combination of the, unprecedented weather that we've actually had, which means that there's just been not enough flowers. That means that the demand stays the same, but prices end up being more expensive than they've been. We're hearing that flower prices are double the price that they were this time last year.
Wow, so the cost for you in purchasing the flowers has doubled, and then have you had to obviously pass it on to the consumer? Yeah,
well, you overlay a cost of living crisis where consumers are pulling back, but running a business is obviously increasing as well. We've got rent, we've got packaging increases, we've got our couriers, prices increasing, wages increasing. So you combine all of these factors together and things get pretty difficult pretty quickly to be able to run a sustainable business.
How much of our flowers do we get from overseas and how much is grown here? Like, have you had to sort of change the ratios depending on what's available?
Yeah, so our primary objective is to support local growers, and that's predominantly where all florists try to get their flowers from. So our markets only have local flowers, but it's a bit of a rock and hard place because we are also really trying to support the consumer to be able to buy flowers at the best price possible, and that has meant that on occasion it is cheaper to be able to import flowers, especially in this winter season at the moment. So I have shifted our model a bit and we are importing flowers more so than we've done in previous years at this point in time.
When we think of buying flowers, we think it's a nice to have, right? And so I guess if people are looking at where they can cut costs, flowers might be something that they would cut. And what about things like weddings where, you are looking ahead and you say, we want to spend a lot of money on flowers because they're beautiful and really make the day special.
Yeah.
How is that impacting your business in terms of being able to secure events and things in the future when we don't really know what's going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, it's a real challenge because it's very hard to be able to give people commitments on prices. And so, yeah, everyone is struggling on that front for sure.
Have you heard about businesses having to just call it quits and move on to something else or diversify in some way?
I am definitely hearing in the industry that it's an incredibly difficult time. Some people are saying they haven't seen it like this for 30 plus years. And a number of florists are saying that it's become unenjoyable and that they're thinking that it's time to sell their business, close their doors, move on.
What about for you? You're okay?
Well, it's been different for me. I've come into the industry a year ago and my previous world was in the corporate world. So I have had a lot of years spent on business disciplines and have been able to kind of run Flowers After Hours slightly differently. That's meant being really disciplined about how we are, our costs, stripping out costs where we can, but reinvesting in more longer-term initiatives like our website, like our marketing, like our brand, actively trying to get new customers to buy our flowers. And so I spend my time really doing everything I can to keep our business afloat.
And you've brought some beautiful flowers. I can smell them from here. Tell us what we're looking at here.
Well, you've got a combination here of chrysanthemums, roses, orchids, which are in season at the moment, kale, leucodendrons, and pyrrhus, which is beautiful. That's in season at the moment.
We've got another shot of your other bunch over there. Do you want to tell us what's that over there?
Yep, so in there you've got snapdragons, you've got, again, some irises, which are in season at the moment, stock, which smells divine, and some chrysanthemums.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming in today. That was Flowers After Hours owner Karen Hussey. It's 2 minutes to 7.